From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Wednesday morning. Today is going to be a lovely day out there. Plenty of sunshine. We'll continue to keep the forecast dry over the next couple days. Temperatures staying normal as well. But then the pattern flips a little bit as we start to get a bit more active into this weekend with overall low and shower chances for lower elevations. But we'll have a lot more to say about that later in the show. Right now, you're taking a live, beautiful look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. Not seeing any of those low-lying clouds out there this morning, but just keep in mind we do have some areas of fog, pretty extensive in the Cascades and for the Blues, and even for lower elevations, can't rule out some little patches of it, especially around that Wallula Junction. Temperatures out there this morning, it is cold, 29 degrees for the Tri-Cities, 26 for Yakima, 24 for Ellensburg, 31 for Walla Walla. Once again, I had to break out the ice scraper. Many of you will probably have to do the same thing as well. Your hourly forecast for this Wednesday, lots of sunshine all throughout the day. High temperatures getting up around 50, so more normal temperatures. Very bright day. Don't have too many complaints about this forecast, at least for today, but those temperatures sticking around over the next 7 days. We'll talk about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, flames erupting at a Kennewick storage complex, marking its second major fire in under 2 years. Coming up, we'll show you the damage done and how fire crews responded. Plus, an odd envelope led to a temporary halt in ballot processing. Now this morning, we're going to explain the precautions taken and what it means for the election. And city leaders in Prosser are updating a major roadway with a roundabout. Straight ahead, we're going to see what this project means for daily commuters and for local growth. It's all in Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott. It is Wednesday, February 11th. Jessica has the morning off. And we want to start this morning with a fire watch. Flames broke out at a Kennewick storage facility, causing some severe damage and sending thick smoke into the air. It all happened near a busy intersection and a local high school. Take a look, video from the scene. It broke out just after 8 o'clock yesterday morning. Crews were called to this structure fire at a storage complex on Edison Street, right near Clearwater, directly across from Kamiakin High School. When firefighters got there, black smoke was pouring from one of the units. Multiple crews were able to attack the fire using ladder trucks to keep those flames from spreading to nearby units. And now this is the second fire at this location in less than a year and a half.
Rapid response time arriving on these fires when they're small, and we can keep them small and limit loss, any loss to life and limit loss to property is always our goal.
And no injuries luckily were reported. Fire officials say the unit isn't a total loss, but the cause of the fire is under investigation. And at 5:03, continuing our fire watch this morning, Benton County deputies and local fire crews responded to a commercial storage shed fire, this one in the Prosser area. Take a look, photos on your screen from the Benton County Sheriff's Office. It happened near Hinslinger Road and West Heck Road. Officials say the fire broke out early Tuesday morning. A tractor also fully engulfed in flames near that building. Crews remained on scene for several hours to make sure the area was safe. Thankfully, we're told that no one was hurt. Turning now to Your Voice, Your Vote. Ballot processing was temporarily paused yesterday at the Benton County Elections Office in Kennewick after workers spotted an envelope they described as unusual. Officials called law enforcement as a precaution and suspended operations while the item was checked out. The Sheriff's Office has now taken custody of that envelope, and the office received the all clear to reopen. Election leaders say there's no indication that the incident will delay or impact ballot counting. 5:04, taking you to Yakima now, where Planned Parenthood advocates gathered yesterday, raising concerns about federal funding cuts. A recent bill removed Planned Parenthood from Medicaid, impacting services like cancer screenings, birth control, and STI testing. Washington State is temporarily covering those costs through Apple Health, but advocates say that more protections are needed.
Well, I think folks feel strongly about our organization. In Washington, it's clear that the vast majority of people strongly support people's access to sexual and reproductive health care and information, because they recognize that when people have access to health care, they're able to lead the lives that work best for them and for their families.
Now, advocates say that they are now pushing lawmakers in Olympia to restore state funding for abortion access programs and protect insurance dollars specifically set aside for patient care. 5:05 local living, and a major traffic change is coming to Prosser as the city prepares to install its first roundabout. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia says the goal is simple: improve safety and keep traffic moving through one of the area's busiest intersections.
Prosser is preparing for a roadway update with a new roundabout planned at the intersection of Wine Country Road and Old Inland Empire Highway. Mayor Gary Vigar says the location was chosen because of just how busy it is.
Very busy location, intersection. There's, of course, Old Inland Empire, the highway, Wine Country Road, which happens to be one of the busiest arterials in Prosser. It intersects with 2 sidewalks and the Centennial Pathway, which is for pedestrians and bicycles.
With vehicles, cyclists, and pedestrians all moving through the area, Vigar says the roundabout is designed to make the intersection safer while keeping traffic steady.
With bicyclists, pedestrians, cars, trucks, farm equipment moving through the intersection, the actual roundabout will be for traffic calming. It'll slow up the traffic along Wine Country Road, but at the same time, it'll facilitate traffic moving along.
Vigar says he also sees the project as a way to support continued growth near the corridor.
Wine Country Road comes off of exit 80 on I-82, and it comes through Prosser. There's been a lot of growth out at that exit out there. Wine Country Road empties into downtown Prosser on 6th Street, and the trends are a very high volume of traffic coming off the freeway, going down Wine Country Road.
Vigar says construction is anticipated to begin toward the end of this year or by early 2027 at the latest. Once work starts, the project is expected to be completed within 60 to 90 days. Reporting in Prosser, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
And the city received more than a $2 million grant from the state and will not have to match any funds to complete the project. And the city of Grandview is moving ahead with their plans for a splash pad at Dijkstra Park. Now, crews are starting survey work and site development with construction expected this spring. Officials say the park was chosen over the city pool because of state health requirements and recent improvements that make it more family friendly. City leaders say once construction is complete, the splash pad will give families a free and convenient place to cool off and spend time outdoors.
And we just rehabbed the bathroom.
Looks like we're having a little technical difficulty there with that audio, but they said they're doing some rehabilitation to the area, and city leaders also say that once construction is complete, the splash pad, of course, will be a perfect spot for families to head this summer. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Washington lawmakers honored the Seattle Seahawks for their historic Super Bowl season. Coming up, we'll show you how the team's achievements were celebrated from the field to the Senate floor. And giving you a live look outside this morning, this one from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. When we come back, your first alert forecast.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Apple Valley Eats.
At Legends Casino Hotel, we believe the perfect meal begins long before it reaches the table. That's why we partner exclusively with Royal Ranch, a family farm right here in Washington. From Royal Ranch to Legends, every cut of beef we serve begins on land cared for by people who believe in feeding their community responsibly. These cattle are pasture-raised, nourished through a regenerative loop that gives back to the soil and sustains the planet. For us, it's more than food. It's tradition, it's respect for the land, and pride in the people who make it possible. Treat yourself to all-natural pasture-raised, flame-broiled steaks, or melt in your mouth succulent prime rib. Try one of our towering burger creations, the legendary Mount Hood and Mount Adams. Stacked high with all your favorite fixing to satisfy the heartiest appetites and deliver a flavor experience that's bold, memorable, and unmistakably Northwest. From the first sizzle to the last bite, every dish tells a story. Taste the trust. Taste the tradition. Taste Royal Ranch beef, proudly crafted and executed by our culinary trained professionals at Legends Casino Hotel in Toppenish, Washington. Always local, always better, always legendary.
Three weeks of savings continue at Bi-Mart with our latest savings book. Pepsi brand 12 packs are buy two, get two free. Fran's half loaves or English muffins are 2 for $3. Angel Soft 16-roll bath tissue is $3 off. Plus save for Valentine's Day. All Montana Silversmiths jewelry is 20% off. Save $2 on any 2-card American Greetings purchase. And don't forget their favorite candy. Find these great savings and more now at employee-owned Bi-Mart.
Attention viewers, Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday at 9 a.m. Good News Today will resume its regularly scheduled time on Sunday, February 22nd at 9 a.m.
Turk, JD! Eagle!
You two idiots are perfect for each other.
This is a whole new chapter for me. No more sad sack. I want both of our sacks to be fun.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is a chilly start out there once again, so we'll go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of this morning's temperatures. We start off up in the Cascades where we are in the 20s, and then for the Kittitas Valley, most of us in the 20s. Actually, for Manassas Ridge, a little bit warmer than that, but 24 degrees for Ellensburg. Then in the Yakima Valley, a mixture of 20s and 30s, 31 for Union Gap, 31 for Sela, 26 in Yakima. For the lower Columbia Basin, we're at 29 degrees here, so below freezing, but a little bit above that for Benton City. For the Blue Foothills, seeing 20s and 30s as well, almost exclusively below freezing, and then the same thing with the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. You'll probably run into a little bit of frost this morning as you're headed out the front door, so bake that into your morning routine. Okay, normal temperatures gonna stick around even though it is a cold start. When it's all said and done, these temperatures are going to be very normal for this time of the year. Here's what it's going to look like today in Walla Walla, getting into the mid-30s in the late morning and then into the low to mid-40s by the time we head into the afternoon. So for today, another day with 40s and 50s for lower elevations. Overnight lows are going to drop down into the 20s and 30s, very similar to the stuff that we're experiencing for this morning. And in terms of the forecast highs over the next 7 days, not really fluctuating all that much, staying pretty normal for the middle of February. And then those overnight lows are going to be a little bit warmer than normal, but still below freezing in the Yakima Valley at least. And I think other lower elevation spots going to be pretty close to that as well. But as we head into the weekend, there will be some more active weather to talk about. We'll talk about what exactly this entails coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Josh. 5:13 now. Taking you to Olympia, where the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl run is now getting recognition at the state capitol. A resolution honoring the team introduced by Pasco Senator Nikki Torres, passing just yesterday with unanimous support.
Look, it's something we dreamed about, man.
From the field,
down to the 5, he is in. Touchdown, Seahawks!
To the Senate floor.
And whereas beyond their on-field accomplishments,
Washington lawmakers are celebrating a historic season for the Seattle Seahawks. Senator Nikki Torres introduced a resolution recognizing the team's dominant 2025 campaign on Tuesday afternoon. A 14-3 record, the #1 seed in the NFC, and a 29-13 Super Bowl win over the Patriots.
Today I'm proud to sponsor a resolution honoring the Seattle Seahawks for one of the most remarkable seasons in Washington state history. And I don't know if you've noticed, Mr. President, but I'm wearing the number 76, which stands for their first official game.
Several lawmakers even dressing up for the occasion.
Everybody knows that I gave up a lucrative career in the NFL to go into public service.
Kennewick Senator Matt Banke was one of them.
But when you see touchdown Seahawks and you hear that and it just kind of goes through, you remember it's a lot better day across the state of Washington. And no matter where we're at, I was stationed overseas in the military, following the military stuff. You always had the Seahawks on the radio.
Congratulations on the Super Bowl win.
Take it back to Seattle. You're Super Bowl champs.
The Hawks boasted one of the league's most powerful offenses, scoring 483 points, and the NFL's top defense, allowing the fewest points all season. Quarterback Sam Darnold threw for more than 4,000 yards. Kenneth Walker III was named Super Bowl MVP. 6 players also earned Pro Bowl honors. Cooper Kupp, who hails from Yakima, was also thanked on Tuesday.
A kid from the Yakima Valley made it to the Super Bowl. This resolution recognizes not just wins and statistics, but the teamwork, leadership, and resilience that define this organization and unite fans across Washington state.
You know, sports is one of those things that brings us all together, regardless of political beliefs or affiliations.
Torres pointed to the team's community service and youth outreach across the state.
It is an honor to bring this resolution forward.
Lawmakers clearly agreed the resolution passed without a single no vote. Copies of the resolution will be sent to the Seahawks as an official expression of appreciation from the state of Washington.
Congratulations, Seahawks.
We should note that kid from Yakima has actually made it to 2 Super Bowls, one with the Seahawks and one with his previous team as well. So this measure doesn't change any laws. It's purely a ceremonial resolution that formally honors the team's championship season and community impact. Today, they will have their Super Bowl homecoming parade and a Lombardi Trophy celebration in Seattle. And our very own Caleb Stipkevitz and Jake Gable will be in Seattle today. So stay tuned for what is in store as they hit the streets of Seattle for that parade. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, checking back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth as we give you that live look outside this morning from our dust levels camera in Pasco. Josh is going to let us know what we can expect as we make our way through this week.
Let Schweitzer be your next winter getaway. Because at Schweitzer, your best day can start in the village or at the summit and everywhere in between. Explore Schweitzer. All days, always.
You wouldn't buy a car without a test drive.
So why buy a mattress in a box from an online marketing company without ever knowing if it's right for you?
Don't go through the hassle of returning a mattress when you can get it right the first time.
Mattress Depot USA has top quality mattresses that you can actually touch and feel.
Made by local manufacturers.
You're gonna love our prices.
And same-day delivery. Try getting that online.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1-hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
Do you ever take a salty, buttery flavored Ritz cracker and just...
No.
Hey, Salties, it's party time.
Thought you never asked.
Ritz party! So loud.
Loved by everyone, even the saltiest.
These hands are working hands. My hands are the most important tools I have. You need to take care of them. That's where O'Keeffe's comes in.
It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief.
If it works for these hands, it'll work for yours.
Also, try O'Keeffe Skin Repair Body Creams.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down. We were starting a business from the ground up. People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Let Schweitzer be your next winter getaway. A place where the views are as good as the company. And the skiing is as electric as the experience. Explore Schweitzer. All days, always.
Dateline tonight on Apple Valley News Now's My Network TV.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Our forecast will continue to be dry over the next few days, and it is because of this area of high pressure. You see how there are storm systems to the north of us, storm systems to the south of us? Well, high pressure is splitting this flow like the Red Sea, and so that is why we're going to continue to be dry at least over the next few days, but then high pressure starting to break down into the weekend. That's why rain chances going to go back up. But let's take it back to today for the Tri-Cities. It's going to be a gorgeous day out there. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures around 40 into the late morning, then mid to upper 40s, perhaps even touching 50 as we head into the afternoon. Of course, you can see a forecast just like that for your exact home address by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. And the weather app's going to come in a lot more handy as the weather does start to get more active as we head into the weekend. Now, for the Tri-Cities, just low in shower chances from Saturday through Tuesday, but in general, the pattern will trend more active. Here are some of the rainfall totals we're anticipating from 4 a.m. on Friday to 4 a.m. next Wednesday. And keep in mind, lower elevation is going to be dry on Friday. That's not going to be the case for the mountains, but not much doing for the valleys, not really that much doing for the basin either, but 0.2 to 0.6 inches of rainfall for the Blue Foothills. That'll be some beneficial stuff. And then when it comes to the snowfall from 4 a.m. on Friday to 4 a.m. next Wednesday, models now trending a little bit more snowy with this stretch, so that's some good news. The bad news is that past travel will be a little bit more impacted. We could pick up around a foot of snow for Oregon 204 at Tollgate. Probably about half of that for Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass, 4 to 5 inches of snow for Cabbage Hill and for the Battle Mountain Summit. And look at this, even for the Blue Foothills, Pendleton and Walla Walla could pick up a little trace of snowfall. That's as things stand for now, but this is always in big, bold orange up here. It's a preliminary forecast, and it is subject to change. Okay, so here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. A beautiful day for today. Clouds building Thursday and Friday, and some light showers possible this weekend. For Yakima, dry through Friday, a small chance of a shower on Saturday, then maybe some more by Monday. For Ellensburg, foggy starts over the next couple mornings, then peeking ahead to some chances of a wintry mix by Monday. And for Hermiston, dry with highs near 50 through Friday, and low in chances of rain Saturday through Tuesday. And finally, for Walla Walla, pleasant weather over the next few days, rain trending more likely for the weekend, and maybe even some snow mixing in by Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, a little snow, you say?
Low in chances for a little bit of snow for now. Yeah.
I guess we'll take what we can get, right?
Yes.
All right. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We are taking a look at some robots showing off jaw-dropping gymnastics and a delivery drone that didn't quite stick its landing, and some four-legged porch pirates. We're going to have all of it coming up after the break.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. And we've kept that title every year since. Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
Visit Fred's Appliance for our President's Day sale. Step up to the all-in-one GE Profile laundry machine on sale for $21.98. That's a savings of $700. It combines both washer and dryer functions into one sleek appliance, saving space and offering unmatched convenience. Wi-Fi connectivity allows you to control and monitor your laundry from anywhere, saving you time and effort. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
Well now, look at Wednesday showing up with KFC's Country Fried Steak Meal, including all the fixings for just $5.99. Classic comfort just the way you like it. Country Fried Steak, $5.99. Wednesdays only at KFC.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Depression and anxiety can feel like a heavy, suffocating weight pulling you down. But there is hope. Neurostim TMS can help you regain your life. No medications, no drug-related side effects, just a proven solution covered by insurance. Our FDA-approved, non-invasive transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy targets the source of your symptoms. Neurostim works when medications fail and is the Northwest's leader in TMS, with over 250,000 successful treatments delivered. There is hope.
Call today for a free consultation.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday starting at 4 p.m.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. And we've kept that title every year since. Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
Welcome back, 5:25, and check this out. From robots pulling off gymnastics to deliveries that didn't quite stick the landing.
Yeah, it is the lighter side of tech, and it's all in this morning's Take a Look at This. So here's Jeremy Roth with more.
We've all seen those Boston Dynamics videos showing their robots running and dancing, but with this latest one, I feel like now they're just showing off. The company shared a clip of their Atlas robot pulling off a cartwheel and backflip combo that would make an Olympic judge do a double take. It was part of the final technical tests for the company's research model ahead of the rollout of the product version of the humanoid robot, fleets of which are planned for deployment at Hyundai and Google DeepMind. Boston Dynamics says the Atlas will be trained using new AI foundation models for a wide variety of industrial tasks. It wasn't all flawless fancy footwork, though. They also included a hilarious blooper reel showing the many misfires and not so smooth moves that happen behind the scenes on the road to robotic refinement. Speaking of bots that don't always stick the landing, an Amazon delivery drone had a rough aerial approach when it reportedly crashed near a Richardson, Texas apartment building, raining down debris before plummeting to the ground. The cause of the crash is unclear, but no injuries were reported, and Amazon said the building, quote, sustained minimal damage and it's arranging repairs. It also apologized for any inconvenience. To be fair, good old-fashioned deliveries have their problems too, like pilfering porch pirates, or in the case of this video from Oklahoma, pooch porch pirates. In the video shared by the Oklahoma City PD, a pair of sticky-pawed pups are seen sniffing, then snatching a homeowner's package from their doorstep. But according to the department, what the pair was likely hoping were kibbles and bits turned out instead to be drill bits, seen here abandoned amongst the package's tattered remains. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
I don't know about all that robot stuff.
It made me feel queasy. As someone who's in a STEM discipline, like I should be cheering for that, but the very human side of me feels a little bit uncomfortable.
Unsettled.
Yeah.
I know. I want to see, we were talking about it doing the backflips and stuff. Clearly, it didn't land every backflip and cartwheel that it did, but I want to see it in action, like not in that slow-mo, because it didn't look real.
The full speed when it sticks the landing.
Yeah.
I would feel even more uncomfortable if I saw that.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. SELA leaders are moving forward with some major growth and infrastructure projects. Coming up, we're going to break down wastewater and civic center upgrades that are planned for the city. Plus, Richland Fire is rolling out a first-of-its-kind program, carrying blood on ambulances. Coming up, we're going to explain how this groundbreaking program is setting a new standard for emergency response. Talking health in your next half hour. But first, here's your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Google's new tool to defend personal privacy. It allows people to request the deletion of non-consensual explicit images. Just click the 3 dots above any image in a Google search and answer the questions to complete the request. Fitbit just rolled out its AI personal health coach to iPhone users across the country. The coach can interpret results and create custom routines based on your personal health goals. You'll need a Fitbit Premium subscription to use it. And finally, a new AI feature for Facebook. You can now animate your profile picture using Meta AI. Facebook users can choose from preset options, making a photo wave, make a heart shape, or even wear a party hat. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Rena Roy. Have a great day.
Airwick's Essential Mist Diffuser is conveniently cordless and portable for the type of person who's always inviting friends to. With adjustable fragrance levels and a wide range of scents. Airwick Essential Mist creates an inviting ambiance every time you host. Airwick, always fragrant, always inviting.
Oatmeal.
No. Cold pizza.
No. Eggo waffles.
Yes!
You both said yes to something.
The delicious Eggo taste they want. The wholesome breakfast you want for them. No one says no to Eggo.
Join the millions who are feeling the power of Osteo Biflex, the #1 pharmacist-recommended joint care supplement. At your local retailer and club.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Josh Colbert.
Jessica has the morning off, and we woke up to a little bit of that frostiness, a little crunchy grass, and that's probably why she didn't come in. She didn't want to scrape her window.
Yeah, I know.
I'm kidding.
I know you know where the ice scraper is, right?
I do, and I am fortunate enough, I've talked about this privilege before, I can start my car and have it warm up as I'm getting ready to head out the door, which is it's a blessing.
Yeah. This is me trying to act like I'm not jealous. I am.
I know.
I'm very jealous of that.
It is definitely a first world luxury that I am very blessed to have.
Absolutely. Well, if you can utilize that safely this morning, I would definitely recommend that. But for folks like me, start stretching out the arm and use a little bit of that elbow grease. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some of those big weather stories. And hey, the good news is that it's going to be another gorgeous day out there. More sunshine than yesterday, probably just as much sunshine as what we had on Monday, if you can even think back that far. I know it was only a couple days, but temperatures staying normal over the next 7 days, and eventually this pattern will break down as we head into the weekend. Shower chance is going to come back up for lower elevations. Right now you're taking a live look at Ellensburg. This view coming courtesy of our Central Washington Outdoor.com camera. The view of the rodeo grounds. Remember yesterday morning we saw those really spooky low-lying clouds sinking and sinking and sinking. That's not happening right now. We'll keep a very close eye on things. Most of the fog this morning is up in the mountains, but we are seeing some patchy areas of it for lower elevations, especially on US Highway 12 between the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla. So just be vigilant out there when it comes to that. And any fog that does pop up is probably going to be the freezing variety, as temperatures, like we were just talking about, are mostly below freezing this morning. But the good news, lots of sunshine all throughout the day. High temperatures getting up to around 50 degrees, 40s and 50s. That's a good rule of thumb for lower elevations. And we'll keep these temperatures for the next 7 days. I'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Hey, Josh, thanks so much. Starting in Selah this morning, where the city is moving forward with several major infrastructure projects this year. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with Selah's mayor about what residents can expect.
Selah is a city in Yakima County with a population of just over 8,000 people, and city leaders say this year is shaping up to be a big one for growth. Mayor Roger Bell says the city has been working with lawmakers from the 14th and 15th legislative districts to secure funding for several projects, including continued upgrades to the Selah Civic Center.
We've obtained $1 million to continue the remodel of our Civic Center. So that work will be going on later this year. We still need about $1.7 million to complete that.
The city is also planning transportation improvements, including a proposed extension of Natchez Avenue that would improve access to the interstate and help more truck traffic move more efficiently through the industrial areas.
Name for extending Natchez Avenue out to the freeway at exit 29. So that will give us another exit and entrance into the city, and primarily direct truck traffic to the industrial part of the city.
Another major project involves replacing Selah's aging wastewater treatment plant, something officials say is necessary to keep up with the city's needs in the years ahead.
We've got $11 million in a grant to go forward, so that construction portion will begin in fall, probably, more than likely.
As those projects move forward, city leaders are also looking at long-term planning. That includes reviewing what's known as the growth management area, land set aside for future development, and whether more space should be available for industry.
I'd like to see us have a little bit more in the growth management area that allows for industrial. and that primarily means moving east.
Bell says with several projects underway and more in the planning stages, it's expected to be a busy year for the city. In Sela, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And Bell says the city is also looking at a future renovation project for the Sela Law and Justice Center. In health news now this morning, Richland Fire and EMS is taking emergency care to another level. Soon, critically injured patients could receive life-saving blood before even getting to the hospital. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen shows us how this new program could make every minute count.
Richland Fire and Emergency Services is launching its first-of-its-kind pre-hospital blood transfusion program in Eastern Washington. That means paramedics will now carry blood on their units ready to treat patients in the crucial minutes after a serious injury.
Our goal with all of this is to be good stewards of wanting to give blood supply back into the system if we're going to be taking blood out to carry on the ambulance. So we figured what better way to do that than to pair with the American Red Cross, do a blood drive, and also be able to work with Cadlick and the blood suppliers to be able to carry blood on the ambulance.
Sabin says medical studies show that every minute of delay in receiving blood can increase the risk of death by up to 5%. For first responders, having blood on board can make the difference between life and death.
When we are able to give them blood instead of just a saline solution or basically water, that just dilutes their system and doesn't help them clot. And when we give blood, that's exactly what they need.
Sabin says crews will carry O negative, a universal blood type he says will help anyone. The program isn't just about quick response. It positions Richland as a regional leader in trauma care, bringing advanced life-saving tools closer to those who need it most.
80% of what we do is medical calls, and we want to be the best at what we do, and that's running medical calls. So being the first in Eastern Washington is a huge pinnacle for us.
To support the program, Richland Fire is partnering with the American Red Cross for a regional blood drive on March 31st at Station 74 in Richland. Sabin says he's hoping to break the Washington record for most collections in a day, emphasizing that community donations are key to keeping this life-saving program running. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And community members are being encouraged to roll up their sleeves to help save lives. The program is expected to launch at the end of March. All right, before the break, check this out. Videos of one local puppy up for adoption are going viral all over TikTok. And it's for his striking resemblance to a character from the magical world of Harry Potter. Take a look. Meet Oliver, affectionately known to millions online as Dobby. Oliver's a 15-week-old pit bull mix who is a medical foster pet with Mikey's Choice. A couple weeks ago, his caretakers posted a video that now has more than 17 million views on TikTok, and as it turns out, a lot of social media users agree that he looks like the notable house elf.
As soon as we met Oliver, he walked around the corner and he was in like the vet tech's hands, and right away I was like, oh my gosh, that's Dobby. And I just knew when I got home I needed to make a joke about it.
Well, since that his viral moment, he's received several adoption requests from people hoping to take him home. Well, look, cutie. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. The Blue Devils bowled their way into history, winning state's first championship for the school. Coming up, we're going to show the record-breaking scores and the emotional victory that followed. We're talking sports after the break.
Dateline tonight on Apple Valley News Now's My Network TV.
Welcome to our new game show where being average just became your greatest advantage. We asked 100 average Americans who's got the most iconic facial hair. Abraham. Yeah, men love it. Women don't love it.
Nate Bargatze hosts The Greatest Average American. Premieres Wednesday, February 25th on ABC.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Before you head for the slopes, catch the Apple Valley News Now Northwest Ski Report. It's on air during weather, online at applevalleynewsnow.com, or on our mobile app. The Northwest Ski Report from Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Schweitzer in Sandpoint, Idaho.
Check it out.
Attention viewers.
Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday at 9 a.m. Good News Today will resume its regularly scheduled time on Sunday, February 22nd at 9 a.m.
And Consumer Reports.
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
This President's Day, upgrade every room for less at More Furniture. With sofas starting at $395, beds starting at $195, and mattresses starting at $329. We have styles for every budget. Plus, enjoy free delivery and 0% financing with no money down for 61 months. Shop the President's Day sale today at a More Furniture store near you or shop now at morefurniture.com.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Welcome to our new game show where being average just became your greatest advantage. We asked 100 average Americans who's got the most iconic facial hair. Yeah, men love it. Women don't love it.
Nate Bargatze hosts The Greatest Average American. Premieres Wednesday, February 25th on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Despite our weather getting more active as we head into the weekend, temperatures not going to budge all that much. They've been fairly steady over the past month or so now, especially over the last couple weeks. But here is your day planner forecast for this Wednesday for Pendleton. Going to be into the mid-30s into the late morning, but by the time we get into the afternoon, low to mid-40s. Again, pretty normal stuff for the middle of February, but it will feel a lot better in the sunshine, and we'll have a lot of that across the map for today. So here's your zone-by-zone tour of this Wednesday forecast. The Cascades going to see highs in the 30s and 40s. The Kittitas Valley going to end up in the mid-40s. We are expecting some fog this morning. It's probably going to lift around, I'd say, 11 a.m., 12 p.m. if yesterday was any indication. And then for the Yakima Valley, highs right around 50 degrees. Could be a little bit breezy today in the lower Yakima Valley, but light winds for the lower Columbia Basin. These highs around 50. And then for the Blue Foothills, mid-40s up and down the foothills. And finally, for the Blue Mountains, we're going to be in the low to mid-40s. Okay, then for tonight, those overnight lows going to resemble what we're dealing with for this morning, as most of us are going to drop down into the 20s and 30s. 32 for Walla Walla, 30 for the Tri-Cities, 31 for Sunnyside. And like I said, despite our weather getting more active into the weekend, look at the temperatures. They're within a degree of 50 degrees for the next 7 days in the Tri-Cities, at least the highs. And then those overnight lows, a little bit more ebbing and flowing with this, but in general, just low to mid 30s. But like I said, the weather trends more active into this weekend. I'll tell you all about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 543, talking local sports. The Walla Walla High School bowling team won the school's first ever state championship, and it was a record-breaking season for the Blue Devils, who capped it off with a dominant performance at state, finishing over 400 pens ahead of second place when it was all said and done after 2 days of bowling. Along the way, the school records for highest team scores were all broken.
Obviously, it's special for us as coaches, but it's really special for the girls doing it because, you know, we had transitions from the former head coach that unfortunately passed away last year. So we have students graduating this year that have seen a lot of changes over their 4 years in the program. And for them to be able to experience this on their final year is really, really momentous and special.
Jason Postleway was the previous head coach who passed away before last season after a long battle with cancer. The win in honor of their former coach made the experience that much more meaningful for the team. Congratulations to them. Our 5:44 still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, your morning sprint. Everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning, and giving you a live look outside from right here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. Waking up to a little bit of frost on the ground and probably your cars as well. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert is going to be back with your full first alert forecast after the break.
We're celebrating President's Day all month long with Star-Spangled Savings.
But hurry, these presidential prices won't last long.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Life moves fast. At Frechette Winery, we invite you to slow it down and savor the moment. Join us on Red Mountain for bold, flavorful red wines, a welcoming vibe, and experiences meant to be shared, from relaxed tastings to unforgettable wine and dinner events. Located just minutes from Benton City in West Richland, we're open daily, noon to 5. Come for the wine, stay for the warmth, experience the Frechette vibe. Great wine brings people together, and we'd love to welcome you to Frechette.
Prosser's most colorful adventure is at Splatted. Throw paint, get messy, and have a blast. For kids, adults, parties, and nights out, Splatted has it all. Book now at SplattedNW.com.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, spreading love and beauty for every occasion. This Valentine's season, express your heart with our stunning custom floral arrangements, vibrant live plants, elegant silk florals, and charming home decor. Our experienced designers are passionate about helping you create the perfect bouquet that says I love you in an unforgettable way. Visit us today on Clearwater in Kennewick. Celebrating love is what we do best, and we can't wait to help you make this Valentine's Day extra special. Shelby's Floral, we're more than just your flower shop.
Lather, rinse, repeat. It never feels like enough. It's not your products, it's your water. Culligan water softeners prevent damaging hard water buildup, revitalizing your hair and skin. Upgrade your routine with Culligan.
At Mattress Depot USA, we're sort of like matchmakers.
We match your body needs and sleeping habits with the perfect mattress for you.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Our weather going to continue to be dry, abnormally dry over the next few days, and it is because of this. So look at, you can see the flow being split right here. Remember earlier in the week I was saying high pressure is going to run interference, and this is what it looks like when high pressure runs interference. You have storm systems to our north, storm systems to our south, but the high pressure here is shielding us from that, and it's going to continue to do that over the next few days. So that means we're going to be dry, and for today it means we're going to be especially sunny, a beautiful day out there. Here's your day planner forecast for this Wednesday for the Yakima Valley. Around 40 into the late morning, getting closer to 50 degrees as we head into the afternoon. But it will feel warmer than that if you're standing in the direct sunshine. And again, we're going to have plenty of sunshine out there. You can see hour by hour temperatures and then eventually later in the week precip chances for your exact home address by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app, free in the App Store or on Google Play. Speaking of the precip chances, here they are for the Yakima Valley. Now we're going with just a 10% chance of showers on Saturday, a little reprieve for Sunday, then maybe some more chances for rainfall into Monday and Tuesday. Definitely doesn't look like it's going to be a washout. In fact, to really underscore that point, here's some of the rainfall totals we're expecting from 4 a.m. on Friday to 4 a.m. next Wednesday. Keep in mind, lower elevation is going to be dry through Friday. I just have this time frame to sort of lump in the higher elevations, which will see some active weather on Friday. But the point being, look at the valleys, not getting much at all. Lower elevations really not getting much at all in general, except for the foothills, anywhere between 0.2 to 0.6 inches of rainfall. The foothills could also pick up a little bit of snow. We're just going with trace amounts for now, but the mountains trending a little bit snowier now, 7 to 8 inches for Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass, close to a foot for Oregon 204 at Tollgate. Folks, we need a lot more snow than this, but if this verifies, we'll certainly see some impacts to pass travel. And again, that broad time frame would be 4 a.m. on Friday to 4 a.m. next Wednesday. Okay, here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. A beautiful day for today. Clouds building Thursday and Friday, and then some light showers possible this weekend. For Yakima, dry through Friday, a small chance of a shower on Saturday, and then maybe some more by Monday. For Ellensburg, foggy starts over the next couple mornings, then peeking ahead to some chances of a wintry mix by Monday. For Hermiston, dry with highs near 50 through Friday, and then low in chances of rain Saturday through Tuesday. Finally, for Walla Walla, pleasant weather over the next few days, rain trending more likely for the weekend, maybe even some snow mixing in by Monday and Tuesday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 5:50. Time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour, starting with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. A storage facility in Kennewick caught fire yesterday, sending thick black smoke into the air. This all happened near a busy intersection and a nearby high school. You see a video from the scene. Fire crews responded quickly using ladder trucks to prevent the flames from spreading to adjacent units. Luckily, no injuries reported, and the affected unit is not a total loss. Officials tell us the cause of the fire, though, still under investigation, and this actually marks the second fire at that location in about a year and a half. And ballot processing at the Benton County Elections Office in Kennewick was temporarily paused yesterday after workers discovered an unusual envelope. Law enforcement was called as precaution. Operations were suspended while that item was investigated. Sheriff's Office has since taken custody of that envelope, and the office has reopened. Officials there say there's no indication that the incident will impact or affect the rest of the ballot counting process. And advocates gathered in Yakima yesterday to raise concerns over recent federal funding cuts affecting Planned Parenthood services, including cancer screenings, birth control, and STI testing. Now, while the state is temporarily covering some costs, advocates say more permanent protections are needed. They are urging lawmakers to restore state funding and ensure insurance dollars are preserved for patient care. And Prosser is preparing to improve a busy intersection with the new roundabout at Wine Country Road and Old Inland Empire Highway. City leaders say the area sees heavy traffic from vehicles, bicycles, and pedestrians, and even farm equipment, and that the roundabout is designed to make it safer while keeping traffic flowing. Construction is expected to start late this year or early 2027, with a projected timeline of 60 to 90 days once the work begins. And meet Oliver, a 15-week-old pit bull mix taking TikTok by storm thanks to his striking resemblance to Dobby from the Harry Potter series. Videos of the medical foster pup, cared for by Mikey's Choice, have racked up over 17 million views. Since going viral, Oliver has also received numerous adoption requests from people eager to bring home the adorable pup. 5:52 in your national headlines this morning. We have breaking news just coming into the newsroom. The FAA saying it is closing the airspace from El Paso International Airport to a nearby area of southern New Mexico. It's declaring the small stretch along the U.S.-Mexico border national defense airspace. FAA citing special security reasons and says if an aircraft poses an imminent threat, it could face deadly force. El Paso Airport says the ban applies to all commercial, cargo, and general flights until February 20th. And this also includes medevacs. Experts say the airport hasn't seen such a disruption since 9/11. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. And in more national headlines this morning, an individual has been released after being detained and questioned in connection to the search for Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy. The person was detained during a traffic stop at about an hour's drive south of Tucson. Law enforcement officials said that person has not been charged. Authorities executed a search warrant at a home and also searched a car. Both those searches taking place in Rio Rico, Arizona, which is about 60 miles south of Tucson near the U.S.-Mexico border. Those developments happening just hours after the FBI releasing the doorbell camera footage that you see right now on your screen from outside Nancy Guthrie's front door, taken the night she disappeared. Video showing a masked, armed person with a backpack. There was an uptick of calls to law enforcement after the release of that footage. It's not clear if the person who was detained is that same individual seen in the surveillance footage, but experts say the video is likely to come up during questioning. Another story we're following very closely. 5:54 in your business headlines. The social media platform Discord plans to introduce some new rules to prevent teens or even younger children from accessing age-restricted channels. Discord announced this week that it'll begin to roll out its global age verification tools in March. The company said the phased rollout will require users to verify their age to access age-restricted channels, servers, and other parts of the platform. Now, users who don't verify their age, they will be directed into a teen-appropriate experience. Company spokesperson saying that the teen by default setting will build on Discord's existing safety protocols. And in your health headlines this morning, many newborns and toddlers aren't eating as healthy as they could. A clear majority of baby food, snacks, and drinks in the U.S. are ultra-processed and might have additives that are linked to possible health issues. It's all according to a new study released in the Nutrients Journal. Researchers looked at more than 651 foods and said more than 70% of them had additives that are connected to, quote, inflammation and disruptions in the gut. Now, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, likewise found most foods eaten by U.S. kids are ultra-processed in a recent report. 5:55, talking sports this morning. The 2026 Winter Olympics in full swing with Team USA gaining another win Tuesday. The U.S. women's hockey team defeating Canada 5-0 in a historic finish during the preliminary round. Now, this marks Team Canada's first time in Winter Olympic history to be completely shut out. U.S. scoring 2 goals during the first 2 periods, then in a fifth in the third period. Victory giving the U.S. a perfect 4-0 record in the preliminary rounds. USA, USA. I know, I love the Olympics. Okay, trending this morning, a group of Buddhist monks are about to wrap up their month-long journey across the U.S. Take a look. They arrived in Washington, D.C. just yesterday, 108 days after starting their walk in Fort Worth, Texas. Now, some of the monks have roots in Vietnam and embarked on the trek as a simple way to promote peace and unity. They have had multiple stops along the way and have been engaging with the public.
The 2,300-mile walk hasn't been easy. One monk lost his leg after a driver crashed into their caravan in Texas. A dog named Loka, who was walking with them, needed knee surgery in South Carolina.
The monks also trudged through what has been a brutal winter in many parts of the country. The Walk for Peace will officially conclude today at the Lincoln Memorial. Wow.
Well, I hope they were staying warm.
I know, what a show, like a show of semblance, and, you know, just as they make their way through the country and talking peace. And
love people fighting, standing up for a cause, so
yeah.
Hats off to them. And
glad they all made it there.
Yes.
All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, city officials in Salo working on some upgrades to roads, utilities, and public buildings. Coming up, we're going to hear what is planned and what residents can expect and when that work's going to start as well. And the McDonald's serving up a fancy twist for Valentine's Day. Coming up, we're going to show you how the unlikely combo went viral and sold out almost immediately. And giving you a live look outside, this one from right here at our Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. Josh, you say get that ice scraper ready.
Yes, the ice scraper ready, get a couple layers ready as it is quite brisk this morning as you head out the front door. But hey, later today, lots of sunshine, a beautiful day. I'll tell you all about it coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.